If you think about every single thing that you tell yourself, right? You have this idea that God instilled in your head, or, your inspirations, or, the content that you consume. You came up with this idea, and this idea in your head is great. And that's the reason why this idea is there. The only thing that occurs that doesn't allow you to ultimately fulfill on this promise or on this idea that you came up with is doubt. So, doubt. Let's talk about doubt. What is doubt? Where does it come from? And how does it affect you? Doubt, most of the time, is not an internal thing. Doubt comes from your environment. It comes from the people that you talk to. It comes from the people that you're inspired by. If you were a baby today, and I raised you up, and let's say I was your father, and every single day I told you one thing: Alex, Bilal, Grant, whatever your name is, you will be the most successful entrepreneur in the world. And anything that you can do, you're capable of. Anything. And that's all you were raised on. That's the foundation. Anything that you dream of, anything that you aspire to be, anything that you want to do, you are capable of. And I told you this every day for weeks and years. And it's just like completely instilled in the way that you act, in the way that you move, in the risks that you take. You would 100% be successful. The problem is, nobody in this world will ever want you to do better than them. So what do you hear? Hey, that's not going to work. It's not possible. You don't know enough. You don't have enough money. You're not smart enough. You're not capable. You go to the teachers make $40,000 a year. How is a teacher going to tell you that you're going to do bigger and better things than them? They don't want you to. Your teachers don't care about you. They want you to understand that, hey, you got to do this and this and this, and then you can take an exam. I need you to do the homework, and I need you to do this module and this quiz and this test and this exam so that you can take this bullshit test that they came up with that they could barely pass when they're going through school, just so that they can watch you fail. Because that's what fuels their ego. That's what fuels their confidence. Because it's like, oh yeah, these kids are all failures too. That makes me feel less of a failure. Everyone's a fucking failure. How is that your role model? How is that who you're going to go and listen to? This doubt shit? Go back to who you were as a kid. Go back to I want to be a firefighter. Go back to that kid who used to dream big, who had aspirations, who wanted to be an astronaut and go to the moon. Why is it just Elon Musk that gets to live out these dreams? Why is he the only person that actually sticks to what the fuck he said? And look at his valuation now. He dreamed bigger than he could ever imagine, and he just went from fucking $180 billion to $480 billion. Richest man in the world is about to be the first person to hit $1 trillion. Why is that? Is it because he's special? Is it because he's smart? Or is it because he set a vision for himself and stuck to it? So why can't you do the same? Why can't you do a 0.01% fraction of that and erase this bullshit doubt? The hardest thing about business is not actually business itself. When I jumped into business and I realized that doubt was the only thing holding me back, I literally erased it all. What does that mean? I erased it all. This doubt stems from parents, teachers, hometown, friends, content, and etc. It's what you're indoctrinated by every single day. It's this, that, and the third. Your teachers tell you won't be shit. Your parents don't believe in you because you've never showed them that you're capable of sticking true to something that you believe in. Your friends don't care to see you do better than them, so they're going to tell you, hey, bro, that's probably not going to work. Because it would break them if you couldn't show up at the bar on a Friday night because you're too busy head down working on your business, right? Because they'd rather prefer that spurt of enjoyment of hanging out with you than watching you work on something that's actually going to better your life, improve your family's future, improve your future, and have you live a life that you actually fucking deserve. Instead, they want to grab you and take you to where their bullshit regulations and rules are. Their bullshit lifestyle, broke ass fucking lifestyle. Can't afford a flight if they wanted to go travel. Can't afford shit. It's a shit lifestyle. Why is that who you listen to? Why do you let doubt stop you from everything? If you want to become successful, erase this shit. 3 years ago, before the online shit, before the online business, before everything that I worked on today, my passion and dream was cars. I would tint cars, I would wrap cars, whatever. I would work on cars. Every day, a specific person in my family, that I genuinely looked up to, someone who raised me since I was a little baby, right? I'm not going to call out anything because this is online, right? And I don't care to air out my family because I'm not a pussy and I'm not a bitch. Would walk up to me and say, this business of yours, you're literally on your knees right now wrapping a car like a fucking pussy. Is this what you're going to do for the rest of your life? This is going to fail. It's not going to work. It's not worth your time. You're just going to be a loser. You're going to have to go back to school anyways. Give up. I was 16, 17 years old. That's what I'm getting told every day. Every day, every week, every month, for years. It's not going to work. You're going to fail. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. You need a school. No. And you probably are going through similar shit. What's the solution? Do you crack? You give in? Yeah, you're right. I'll just go to school. I'm going to go do this and this and this and this. And I'm going to be a lame fuck. And I'm going to be a corporate slave. And I'm going to marry a fat, ugly wife. And that I'm going to call it life. And I'm going to settle because this person told me so. And my friends told me so. And my environment told me so. And the content that I watch told me so. And my teachers told me so. And every fucking adult that I interact with on day to day in my small town, in my hometown, told me so because they're all fucking losers. That's not who you're built for. You're built for more than that shit. You have the vision for a reason. Those guys don't have a fucking vision. They're okay with being a fucking broke bum. It's what they settled for. You're young. Or even if you're not young, you have a vision for a reason. They tell you, let's say you have a disability. What does God say? This disability is a test. I've given this test for you so you can prove to me your worth. So you can prove to me that you're a good person and that you can handle these tests for me. And God grants you what? He grants you a good life in the year after. So in this life, when God gives you that test and tells you, this is the vision that I've put upon you, you don't take that for granted. And you don't listen to these losers who don't have that vision. Because these losers they don't want you to do better than them. That's the reason why they're nagging at you. It's the reason why this ain't gonna work. It's the reason why they're telling you all this bullshit, because the second it does, which is what they're scared of, now what? The business part of this is the easiest part. The hardest thing is erasing it all. Erase your hometown. If you have to move away at 18 years old, I moved away from everything I knew. I went online university and I moved to fucking Africa and I started an online business. I left no excuses for myself to fail. I left zero excuses. I left my friends. I left what little family I had left. I left all the teachers that worked so hard to give me an education. I left my hometown 3 times. I forgot all the content that I was watching at that time that indoctrinated me to be a pussy. And everything else that would involve doubt. And I said, what? I'm moving to Africa. What is in Africa? Absolutely nothing. It's me, my thoughts, and a brand new life that I'm going to curate for myself because I know that today and tomorrow will affect my future. And if I let it sit and a week goes by and 2 weeks go by and a month goes by and 2 months go by and I don't do shit about my future, then 10 years go by. 20 years go by and I'm in the same fuck-ass spot, in the same fuck-ass position. And I'm not willing to settle for that. And I will not settle for that. I'll literally rather kill myself than live the life that everyone else who's telling me you're going to fail. I'd rather kill myself than live any of the life that they're living. Because it's like, that's not a life to live. I can't pray on time. I can't go see my family. God forbid someone gets sick back home, I can't go see them without putting a 6-month PTO request in. 6 months? 6 months from today, I couldn't tell you where I'd be. It could be Cabo, it could be Monaco, I could be in France, I could be in Paris. I don't know where I'm going to be. That's the life that I want to live. I want to live a free life. A life where I don't have a boss telling me what to do. The only boss that I have is God. That's your only boss is God. Why are you letting another man dictate the life that you live? Now, if you're starting from scratch, understand that this doubt is not from self. Self-doubt is a protectional thing. Self-doubt is your brain telling you, hey, take this precaution and this precaution. This doubt, the doubt of everything else, your whole environment, is the doubt of stagnation, of not doing anything. You need to erase this. If your friends don't give a fuck about you, they don't give a fuck about you. Move on. End of story. If your girlfriend doesn't want you to succeed and she doesn't give a fuck about your future and is asking you to hang out every day, cut her off. Move on. Your future is not worth the 1 week or 3 months or 6 months or a year of bullshit. It's not worth it. Fix it. So, you erase this doubt. Now what? Now you have a clear mind. And I'm not sure if you can exactly read that. But now you have a clear mind. Now there's nothing indoctrinating your mind and causing you to fail or question yourself or not do the things that you need to do every single day. Now you're on pace to becoming successful. You're doing the things that are necessary to become successful. So you can start with your business plan, right? Find a business that you trust. Find a business that you're passionate about, right? That's number 1. 2, map out a plan. And then 3, execute on that plan. If you're starting from scratch and you don't have capital, the best business model that you can start is helping other businesses make more money. Point blank period. I don't want to hear any other excuses. Ads or doing like brand scaling, you need capital for ads. Starting an e-com store, you need products and ads. You need to do market research and buy all these softwares and all these different things. Trading, you need capital to trade with and a lot of time and patience and losing capital. Find a skill that you can leverage within a business that allows that business to make a lot more money. And then you can pitch growth partner splits, revenue splits, equity splits, and you can start building your book of business and your portfolio. That's what I did. I sat down and I noticed these online businesses, they have a lot of attention, they're garnering a lot of attention, they have products that are very, very good, and they have a customer base that's itching for it. But the systems connecting product to customer just weren't streamlined, and it's causing a loss of revenue. I figured out a system that I can implement within these businesses to make it go from A to B, instead of from A to Z to Y to then B. Does that make sense? These systems allow these companies to make so much more money. And as I was on percentage, I would make a lot more money as well. So starting a brand new business from scratch for me, what it would look like is finding an online business that's just starting out, right? That needs help. Creating a revenue system for it that allows it to continue scaling, and I'd partner with that business owner on 15%, 20% and work with him as a team to help his company grow. Back to what I was saying. Find that business. Map out the plan. What's your goal? 10K a month? What does that take? Does it take 1 client? Does it take 2 clients? How long is it going to take you to get that 1 or 2 clients? How much outreach? What kind of outreach? When do you start? Today? Tomorrow? What do you have to learn? Map it all out. Step 3, execute. Takes 1 day. Takes 1 DM. Takes 1 creator. 1 account. 1 business to completely transform your life. 1 company took from 32 grand per month to doing over 750K in front of my own 2 eyes. I didn't even know exactly what I was doing. I was 19 years old with my online business. 6-figure payout at 19 years old for 1 month worth of work. Couldn't believe it. I'm a small town kid. Everyone told me I couldn't do it. It's impossible. But I cleared my head, cleared my mind, found a business model that I like, mapped out the plan for how I'm going to execute it, and did just that. If you're starting from scratch, simplify the process. You already have so much on your hands. You're getting completely distracted by a bunch of other guys telling you this and telling you this and telling you this. Wipe that out. Your family's telling you XYZ. Wipe that out. Don't listen to them. Your friends are telling you XYZ. Don't listen to them. Listen to what matters. That's yourself. It's the vision that you have set out for yourself. And it's the content you choose to consume to actually educate yourself. Then stick to it. Find the model that you want to stick to. Stick to it. Execute. Execution is what's going to get you to where you need to be. Now that's really it. If I were to start from scratch, that's exactly what I would do. Get away from all the distractions. Find something that I find true to myself. A business model that I see true, that I know is going to work. Stick to it and see it through. Fail countless times. Fail with an eagerness to fail, an eagerness to learn, an excitement to learn. And your life will transform in front of your own two eyes. It's very, very simple. That self-doubt should not be confused for lack of self-confidence. You should confidently do these things that I'm telling you to do. But that self-doubt should be you taking the precautions. Hey, maybe I should be careful when it comes to this. Hey, maybe I'm not ready to do this kind of business model because I haven't learned this, that, and the third, but I'm confident enough into learning it. So I'm going to spend the time to learn that, and then I'm going to start executing. So have full self-confidence that you can do it, because 100% you can. If I can, from the upbringing that I came from and the things that I've been through, 1,000,000% you can. I text me, DM me, say, hey, I don't think I'm going to do it. I'll put $5,000 on the line, on the table, that you can. Swear to God, I'll do it. Because you can 100%. If I can, you 100% can. Just run with it. Genuinely. It's never been easier to learn, never been easier to access information, and it's never been easier to fucking win. And that's what I expect you to do. As always, like, comment, subscribe. The name's Bilal Rashidi. You guys will see me once more. Peace.